Well, welcome back to another video. Today's video is in response to DRAT, David Rides a Trike. And on his last video, he made mention of a 7-day challenge. And that was to ride the next 7 days at least 10 miles a day, regardless of the weather, regardless how he felt. So David, here we go. So for day one, we did a nice little 15-mile ride, and I'll show you some little clips of that ride yesterday. I didn't actually film it yesterday because, well, I didn't watch the video till yesterday, but I did take a few clips. But now that we're on to day 2 of the challenge, today we're dealing with what is called breakup here in Alaska. Some people would call it puddle time. Some people would call it, oh man, it's finally spring. But basically it's a season where temperatures warm up. And when they warm up, all that snow, the stuff on the side of the road, which 2 weeks ago covered the road as well, all that stuff finally melts. But the problem is, in large swaths of Alaska, the ground is still frozen about 3 or 4 feet down, deeper in other places, but all that melt has nowhere to go. So once the ground gets saturated, it just puddles on top. But we are joyful about breakup, because it means the winter has come to an end and spring is on its way, followed usually extremely quickly by summer, because we don't really have 4 seasons despite what people say. So day 2 looks like we'll probably get, I'm guessing, 17 miles, maybe a tad bit more, but it's just a nice day to be out on day number 2 of this challenge. Well, we find ourselves on day 3. Day 3's going well. I didn't film me riding with 400,000 people in their cars, my riding buddies, because we're still waiting for a few roads to open up. And, oh, the bike path I usually take to get to my rides, well, it's still covered in snow, because let's just say it the way it is. The Alaska Department of Transportation doesn't really care. So instead of plowing the path, they just let it sit. And then if they follow their normal pattern, about the time it's clear, they'll all of a sudden say, oh, we better do something. And then all the berms up on all the intersections will get plowed, and it'll just plow it right over the bike path again. So, well, anyway, we're here now. It's day 3. It's a good ride despite the traffic. Looks like we're going to get about, I'm going to guess about 20 miles today. A little different route. Got to extend things a little bit. It's a balmy 50 degrees. Snow is still present, but every day you ride is a good day, and every ride is a good ride. So, day 3. I'm not sure what I can film to make it more exciting than me talking, but we'll throw something in there. Onward. Almost halfway done. Well, we find ourselves on day 4 of the challenge. Oh, it's been a busy, hectic day in my world, but I have to make sure I find that time to get out for the ride. So today, probably going to be a 16 mile ride in a little different spot than I was yesterday, because my neighborhood road is, well, it's underwater right now. And the water's deep enough that if I didn't have the 4-wheel drive truck, well, I'd be cycling indoors even though it's a beautiful sunny day. Another one of those days, it's about 50 degrees. We got winds today, so the ride out was windy. The ride back, much more joyful experience. So day 4, we're getting this thing done. I definitely see a victory in the DRAT 7-day challenge. So if you haven't yet, get out and go for a ride, because every ride's a good ride and every day is a good day. Well, day 5 has dawned on us, and we're not at home anymore. So we're about 200 miles, give or take, south of our normal cycling location for today's 7-day challenge ride. We're actually in the process of cycling up to Talkeetna. And Talkeetna is a tiny little town, 15 miles off the highway, and probably most famously known that the small population many years ago voted the town cat to be the mayor. So the mayor of Talkeetna for a number of years was a cat. Not sure what that says, but we've driven by here many times over the years, and they actually have a bike path, of all things, that parallels the road. So on the road to Talkeetna, hopefully today's ride will be actually somewhere around 30 miles. We'll have to see. It's not as warm as we were hoping for today. So we're in the mid 40s, I'm hoping, and going along a real nice bike path. So day 5, 30 miles is the plan. I guess we'll find out if it comes true in a little while. Day 6 is upon us of the challenge. Looks like we're gonna hopefully get about a, I don't know, 17 mile ride in today. We're down in Anchorage. We went up what's called the Chester Creek Trail and came back, and then we decided to go out on the Tony Knowles Coastal Trail for a few miles as well, as far as the airport, and watch the jets come in, because they come in literally over your head at the end of the strip there. Got 2 bikes coming. So about the same as yesterday, the weather somewhere in the 40s. Going one direction, you definitely get a wind, a breeze coming off the water. Now we're going the other direction, so a little bit of a tailwind, so maybe not quite as nippy on the old fingers. But one more day to go, and then we will have wrapped up the 7-day DRAT challenge. Well, it's day 7 of the challenge, the final day. I think we've made it, and we're doing something that I guess I hadn't thought of when I started this challenge. But I'm still down in the Anchorage area, and I've actually left Anchorage and cycled north to a different community, Eagle River. And I've seen this bike path along the highway for as many years as we've lived here, and I've always thought someday I should go ride that. So here on day 7, that's what we're doing. I don't know if it has an official name, but it's nice that there's 30-40 feet separating me from the busiest road in the state of Alaska. So day 7, I'm gonna call it somewhere, I don't know, 25, 30, 35 miles. I just don't know, because I'm enjoying the ride. So David, excellent challenge. Glad I could join in. Wishing you the best.